wow, this hair is serious. Well, what is going on, guys? So today we are back in the shop and it is day 2 of working on this cage. Time to, well, day 3, I guess, if you consider the first day pulling out the dashboard, second day welding up the cage, and now day 3 is gonna be the finish welding, painting, and potentially getting the dashboard back in. Probably won't get to that today, but that'll be in this video, hopefully. I don't know. But today, I need to finish welding in the cage. So first step is to tack in the plates and then hammer them flat. And I need to do that to all 6 plates. And then I can weld all the plates in, and then I'm gonna weld the bars to the plates. So that's gonna be my next move here. Shouldn't be too bad. The MIG welder kind of just hot glue gun for metal and just lay it on there nice and thick, nice and strong. Don't blow any holes through the sheet metal, but should be pretty simple. It's just steel and chromoly, so not too bad. And then I'm going to tape off everything, paint it, and I can start putting the carpet and dash back in, and then I can mount the seat. I just got the seat mount in the mail yesterday, so have everything there. I don't have a good set of harnesses. I have my old harnesses that are expired from the Camaro. I can use them for test fitting at least until I order something. Know where to mount them and everything like that. Make it safe, make it strong, something along those lines. And then I can order a good set if I like those ones for this car. But for now, it's nice to just have something for mock-up. And then I do need to order the seat back mount. I haven't ordered that yet, but that's a local company that sells that. So not too worried there, but first step, start welding. So super easy because everything's already cleaned and prepped. All the paint is already off. All the glue is already off, all that. So without any further BS, I'm just gonna get to welding. You guys don't need to see this. It's just an idiot and a MIG welder, but, oh, I did want to actually say, so this cage is almost an 850 cage. It's very close. The only thing that's stopping it from being an 850 cage are these 2 bars right here. And these 2 bars are not in because this bar is supposed to go like that. Something like that. And the only problem is it's designed to go to a subframe connector that cuts through the whole floor. And that would be very strong. But when it goes to just the floor bar like that, it's not that strong. Like, that's just a thin sheet metal floorboard. It's not like this where it's right up against the frame. That wouldn't do much. So there's another option if you don't have subframe connectors, which you guys know I don't. You can just go right to there. So if I got another bar and just went like that right to the transmission tunnel, it would make it a it would make it nicer because it's not as far forward, so the seat can go back a little farther if I needed, and there's a little bit of room back there. And it just, I don't know, that seems like the better route. That's what a lot of people do. So yeah, not too bad, not too big of a deal. We can add that very easily later. This car is still very far off from going 850s, so the cage doesn't exactly need to be certed for 850s just yet. And then I can get 2 bars and just add that pretty easily. So we're not too worried about it. This is a lot of cage. The 2 kidney bars are not gonna make or break me. Pretty comfortable with this. Honestly, most people going this fast don't even have any cage, but we are doing it in what I think is the right way. Kidney bars can be added very easily later. Not too worried about that. All right, well, the cage is all welded in. I've been here all day just prepping it and painting it. It's not beautiful all over, but the nice thing about some cheap spray paint is if anywhere doesn't look nice, you just hit it again. A couple spots in the Camaro actually need to be hit again, but pain in the butt to spray paint this. Like, I don't know how I'm getting to that yet. I have no idea how I'm getting to that bar. The back side of the harness bar is kind of a pain, but I really like the look of it. I'm using a flat black here instead of a glossy black like in the Camaro, because I kind of wanted this cage to blend in a little bit more. I wanted it to be less noticeable, and I think a glossy will be more noticeable. But again, spray paint. If I don't like it, come back in, hit it again, and there you go. I mean, it's that simple. Well, I finally got the dashboard in basically all the way. I had to do so much cutting and grinding and pulling out, test fitting, cutting, grinding. Such a job to get that thing to fit. Obviously, it'd be a lot easier if I took a lot of the more stock stuff out, like the steering column and stuff, and deleted a bunch of more stuff. Like I got AC back there still, heater core, all that good stuff. But the goal was to try to keep that. As much as it sucks, it's nice that it's there, and hopefully it'll be good and done. And I'm glad I pulled this out without even trying, because there was a 0% chance that the defroster, defogger, whatever you want to call it, would have still been able to fit. I know a lot of you guys were saying, sorry about my safety glasses, a lot of you guys were like, oh, you're gonna really wish that you had kept that. I get that. I would, like, there's a lot of things I wish that I would have kept, but for simplicity's sake and for ease of use and for just less things and less weight on the car, there's some things I have to say goodbye to. Obviously, there's some things I don't need, some things I'd like to have, but that's just one of those things where it's not a need, it's a want. Don't need it, take it out. But yes, obviously, it would be great to have kept it, but you can't keep everything. You have to, what's the word? Let go. You have to let go sometimes. Well, guys, if you're wondering, I'm still working on this stupid dashboard and wiring it back up, mounting everything back up, and it has been the worst job I've ever done in this shop. There is not many things that I dislike to do. I don't mind pulling engines, I don't mind putting transmissions in, wiring cars, but this, for some reason, has just been next level, extremely, I don't want to say difficult, it's more just like draining and exhausting and just frustrating, because you can't reach any of the wiring behind the dash when the dash is in. You can't wire anything until the dash is in. It's insane. I just don't understand how this was taken as a good design. And then the seat stuff, I started messing with the seat a little bit. That seat mount just like, it just doesn't really fit right. Kind of just, I don't know, not really great. And then the Kirky just doesn't really mount well into it. Like it, I don't know, I'll show you guys in a minute, but the seat doesn't really excite me. Getting in and out of here with the stock column really sucks, and I'd like to do an aftermarket column, but I really was trying to keep it, I don't care about the wheel. It's just, I like to keep the factory headlights, blinkers, that kind of stuff, high beams, you know, you keep your factory hazards, like that kind of stuff was nice to have, like the horn button, just keeping that factory. Those things I wanted. The steering wheel I don't really care about, but getting in and out of here now with the factory steering column really sucks. So do I do an aftermarket column, and then I have to put the horn on a button, headlights on a button, figure out the factory wiring for those, and then go from there. High beams, hazards, because they're nice to have on a street car, but they just make it extremely complex to figure out once you do an aftermarket column. And then you just get into this point of the rabbit hole where, why do I have any factory wiring at that point besides just the air conditioning controls? That's really all I have left. And then I just end up like the Camaro, and the Camaro has no factory wiring whatsoever, and it's very nice and very easy to manage. This thing, I tried to keep it all because I wanted to try something different, and it just makes it brutal. But other than that, I mean, the dash is mounted. I have most of the blinkers working besides the passenger one. It's still giving me problems. And then I have to mount the seat. But other than that, it is pretty much good to go. I have to remount the ECU because the bar is in the way where I had it before. I'll show you guys. I had it right here, obviously, and the bar blocks it. So this is the dash bar, and that is the bar. Why I can't have a can't have defrosters, because they may have fit, but I really don't think they would have fit. And it just makes it easier. I don't have to deal with the vacuum system. I was able to cut out the vacuum system. So this doesn't do anything besides max. I just have it set to only come out these vents. This one was already broken a while ago. Don't mind that. I can get a new one of these pretty easily. But yeah, it's just max now, and that's all I really need. And you can control heat and AC. So that's really it. It's either off, on, max, heat, AC, high, low works. I don't need it to go in any weird spots on the floor, vents, like just on. That's all I need. And then the glove box doesn't fit now with the cage because it doesn't open all the way. So that's cool. And when it is closed, it hits the wiring behind here because the wiring's in a different spot because of the dash. And it's just all very frustrating. Doing this kind of stuff is very tedious, weird stuff. There's no just, this is the way to do it. There's no true cut and dry method. It kind of is all different to everyone. Maybe I could have gone lower with these door bars, but they're pretty low already. That was my other thought. Maybe just go lower. I could have went lower on the door bars to make it easier to get in and out of. They're really not high though, so I don't really know. I don't know. This thing has been just kicking my butt all week, just getting beat up by this dashboard. But I could just plug the ECU back in and go drive the car right now. That's not an issue. It's just about making the fit and finish be nice and the seat fit. So the weird thing about seats is technically this could pass as an 850 seat. Would that be the safest move? No. But it technically could pass. I know people that do that. So it's weird. I obviously want to put a Kirky in. Passenger seat's gonna stay like this, but it's just an odd rule. And then I don't fit in it with this seat. I can't even get in really with the wheel and the seat like this, but my head hits this bar without even having a helmet on. And obviously that's not safe. My head hits the bar in every single car besides the Camaro that I've ever been in, so that's always cool. But yeah, that's where I'm at. So I'm gonna end this video here. There's a whole lot of just nonsense and me being frustrated. It was a brutal few days of working on this thing. I've been kind of on and off working on it, doing a bunch of different things, but it's been unenjoyable, to say the least. Sometimes cars just do that. Sometimes cars aren't fun, and this was one of them. I've heard it a lot that Mustang dashboards are the most frustrating thing ever, and I agree now. SN95, pretty sure the Fox bodies are just as bad. I agree now. So maybe I'll do a column that I can have a removable wheel. It would probably help a lot. Maybe I'll just do the Tesla mod and just cut it here, cut it here, cut it here, cut it here, so I just have the little node. I don't know, but I need to put a different seat in here. But unfortunately, a different seat's not going to make it much easier to get in. It's still just as difficult to get in with a different seat. It just makes it safer. But this car is really tough to get in for me. I think I can get into the Camaro easier, but again, removable steering wheel, and the dashboard is different, and the door bars are different. So I don't know. I don't fit in here very well. I'm up against the door bar. My knee hits the steering wheel. I kind of drive like this. I kind of drive like this too. Like normally my foot's like way up here. Not when I race, but like when I drive. But obviously when I race, I use the 2 foot. Yeah, but I feel really tight in here. This is not enjoyable. But that's it. That's all I got, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Keep it saucy. I'll see you next time.